Hello everybody, testing my microphone. Kind of let me know if it sounds okay. It's doing good. Otherwise, we're gonna do some adjustments. But if it's doing good, then we're good. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I hope it fits the bill. I hope it's audible and clear, because today is a very, 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 very special day for all of us. I just want to be as clear as possible, right? Good evening everybody. And I'm yet to share the stream. I need to share the stream. Hopefully you guys can do it too, if you can, if you want to. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be our last long form stream for the year. So yeah, it is super duper important. Hello everybody. How you all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? I came from the outside and I'm so sorry, by the way, that we're late. I'm super duper sorry that we're late. I did say 7:30. Actually 6:30 was the original, or 6. Then I moved it to 7:30. But then again, it rained so hard and I was still outside, so I could not really commit to it. But here we are. I am so sorry. We do have time though, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you have time. But either way, I'm definitely ready for a little bit of discussion, guys. I am super duper stoked. I'm super excited. Let's go. Let's tell your friends. We do have a bunch of topics, guys, so this is gonna be fun, and in no way are we gonna limit that to just that. We're gonna go with more. If you guys also have any other ideas and topics or anything that you want to talk about, C2Sai, and hello to everybody who's lurking. You who's lurking there, you might want to, whoever you are, make your presence felt. Let's go. I'm currently just sharing the stream, so hopefully you guys are too. This is the last, and I mean the last. Happy advanced new year from Carrie and I. Hello. Mwah. Alidar, hello. And yeah, this is basically our Tekken 8 to discuss ish today, right? And it'll be fun. Hello, Doc Sherry. Hello, good evening. It is time. I'm so sorry I started late. I was gonna start supposedly at 6 or 7:30, but now we gotta do it. Now we gotta talk about this. Okay, hold on. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Doc, how is you doing? How are things? And how's your stream, Doc? If you did stream. If you didn't stream, that's completely fine. I would understand. Lilith, PH, hello, good evening. Hi, everybody. It is time. It do be time. We're timing. Okay. Also, I do have quite a bit of same. Fujin and Ruler. That's fine. We do have quite a bit of throwbacks. Some nostalgia from our previous year, and believe it or not, it has been a fun 2024, as all things considered. And yes, it's only been 1 year, less than a year of Tekken 8. Believe that, less than a year, and it already feels like it's been so long, hasn't it? Okay, right? I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who thinks, or who probably believe that Tekken 8 has only been like like maybe 11 months old. Because if memory serves, Tekken 8 was released January 26, right? Don't worry, Doc. Ling Xiaoyu definitely gonna get new moves, among other characters. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that very, very soon. But for now, just a little bit of a share. So. And if there's a topic that you guys want to ask me, as long as it's not 100% controversial and detrimental, I don't mind answering it. Okay, you guys just gotta be smart with your questions. Mo Sab, hello, you're just in time, man. You are just in time for our discussion today. We're gonna play in a bit, for sure, or we'll try to play if it doesn't really screw up our time today. Oh, we haven't played. We have not played. Mosab. Today is not really about games. I'm actually going to change the banner over here, the one that says ranked match. We're going to be here to talk a little bit, since this is going to be our last stream. This is going to be our last stream, a full-length stream for 2024. So imagine that. Imagine that. We are literally headed to 2025 just like that, right? So since tomorrow is already New Year, basically, it was a good year. It was definitely a good year, and I would say that's for more than one reason. This is why this right here, the topics we have, I'm not gonna limit it to that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more topics moving forward. It's not it. That's not where we're ending. But what I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm not gonna take up too much time with just talking. We're gonna try to play later, but for now, this is it. This is what we want. This is what we wanna look back on. It's nice to throw nostalgia here and there, right? Like just a little bit of flashbacks. That's always fun. It's always fun. And believe it or not, we only have like 11 months to look back on, even though it felt like it's so long. It felt like it's been forever. It felt like Tekken 8's been around a while, but no. It hasn't even been. We haven't even ended season 1. Okay, season 1 might end in maybe even a few months after New Year. Okay, here we go. Of course, pardon me, I have my cup of joe. Now, first and foremost, Tekken 8. Upon release of Tekken 8, right? Oh, there is no Tekken 8 audio, right? Because I want to keep that muted. Okay. I want to just go with music. Just chill music. Just absolute chill music. And even if it's repetitive, I really don't mind. It is what it is. Now. So. When Tekken 8 got released, it was... Obviously, it was the most hype that it could be, right? And no one, I mean, we had our share of beta tests and all that. We had all of our good stuff that we expected from the CNT and the CBT changed. That's okay. So I didn't see first impressions. Gotcha. It's okay. So, I mean, it's safe to say that some of our expectations exceeded. Some of our expectations also got cut short, but that's quickly okay. Hey, we do, Quickie. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Because there were some changes that were super duper big, like I'd say the June changes were pretty big. The Kazuya changes were also pretty big, considering that the CNT and the CBT were the ideas, right? Moving into the actual Tekken 8 design. So Tekken 8 release was pretty nuts. And I believe that in the entire history of Tekken, not just for Tekken 8, Tekken 8 was the strongest financial opening ever. Like, it has the strongest numbers to boast, right? Probably the highest numbers of sales ever, I think. Corvin90, hello, welcome to the pad, the PicaPad. So it is time for our discussions. It's a little bit of talks, right? You're just in time for a little brainstorming here and there. But yeah, I'd say the release of Tekken 8, regardless of where you are in the world, it's impossible that it didn't make noise. It is impossible that Tekken 8 did not resound massively among the people of the world, right? It definitely did, for sure. Okay, so having said that, there was also in my opinion, this was a hot topic, very, very much as soon as the game came out, was that the World Tour was also there. The Tekken World Tour immediately happened, right? And people had little time, a very, very little time to prepare for the Tekken 8 World Tour, and I think that was really pressuring, because everyone's still learning things, everyone's still trying to be good, right? And the promise of continuing such an amazing legacy was just drastic. It was super duper. I'd say it's a gigantic load for people to bear on their backs, especially pro players. And yeah, I feel that it also translated to the way that the game evolved moving forward. Speaking of games, right? So the Philippines, unfortunately, was not a candidate for getting a master event anymore. I don't want to have to talk about it again. So it's just a bit of a sad moment for us here in the Philippines, but all we got were dojos. And not that it's bad, right? But a major is still a major. Even a challenger would have been great. But no, we didn't have that anymore. We didn't get the clear. Way of the Phoenix! Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for having you here. What's up? Can't wait for season 2. Definitely. Me too. Me too. Thank you for the follow. I believe you were not here when you followed, or I was not here when you followed. There was no stream, so thank you. Just chat around, chat with us. This will be fun. So yeah, in the Philippines, and maybe in other parts of Southeast Asia, I believe that I think only Singapore didn't have a major. I think. You guys in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. But if I remember, Thailand, FV major, a challenger. Some parts of Southeast Asia had challengers. And Tiger Uppercut being the last major, our neighboring country was good that we still have one in C. But imagine that we didn't have a major. The Philippines, one of the Tekken meccas in the world, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna agree, whether you're Filipino or not, the Philippines is one of the most dominant Tekken dominant countries in the world. So not having a major was really kind of a miserable blow to us. But what are we gonna do? That it is what it is, right? Not even a challenger, but maybe that can change in the future. It might. Fingers crossed, guys. So talking about dojos again, having dojos in the Philippines was also a bit of a good consolation, I would say. Right. Having dojos still allowed us to play, to garner points, to have purpose. At least I would say that. So I feel that getting dojos was something. And we had multiple. New stages, returning and new characters, new UI. Yes, exactly. For me, it's the balance patch. I am super duper excited. See, I even put it right next to each other over here in what we're gonna talk about today. Balance patches are really, really, really awaited. Because the way that, of course, Season 1 became... the season that we have now became such a roller coaster ride for a lot of our players and competitors. It was really difficult to pinpoint the supposed direction of the game, right? I'm super excited about the patch. I'm super duper excited about where the game is going. It's the way that the dice rolled for Tekken 8 this first season was just really nasty. It was crazy, to be honest, for lack of a better term. So I'd say we cannot wait for season 2. I for one am hella excited. Okay, so speaking of season 1, since we're talking about that, dojos, all the events that we had here, qualifiers and all that, that also had a significant impact on how the game, or rather, all of that was defined entirely by how the meta worked, right? By how the Tekken 8 meta worked. So speaking of meta, let's go with the very first, and arguably, in my opinion, one of the most cancerous start off points of any Tekken meta, which was the Azucena meta. So as much as Azucena right now is not this in, you know, it's no longer her glory days, or arguably this is no longer her turf. If you guys would recall that time when everybody everywhere had an Azucena. So yeah, on release, it seemed like there was really nothing about Azucena that was, in my opinion at the time, that was fair. Or at least a lot of the things that she had were just really catered for people to press, or for people to stand still, for that matter. Like, while running 3-2, Espresso Aggression at the time was dumb. It was dumb, right? So yes, dumb. Super a lot of Azucena. The way that Azucena back on release was indubitably toxic, right? Because the move that she had, running 3 to Espresso Aggression, that one move, right? That singular move right there was enough to make the game, in my opinion at the time, super discouraging. At the time. And there was no balance patch that was, at the time, there wasn't a balance patch that was close enough to what would make her balanced, right? Like to fix the problem. So this went on for months and months. Like, so every pro had one. No, every player at the time who really wanted to climb up in ranks would more likely than not have an Azucena. So it was super painful to watch. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just responding. Yeah, so getting back to that, that Azucena meta at the time was just really toxic. Let's not sugarcoat it. It was really toxic, and you can really tell that at the time, if somebody wanted to win, if somebody really just doesn't, or they wanna toot their own horn, they would definitely go for Azucena back then. They actually buffed it in a manner they did. How you doing, GG Kane? Hello, good evening. We just started. Oh shoot, okay. Rank match, what am I doing? I have to fix the banner. I'm sorry guys. A little too much on my plate right now. My bad. The PicaPad. So, and let me change the background. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that. Usually I put a different background for the PicaPad. Good thing we're only on point number 3, so we can change that. Ta-da! There we go. A little bit more relaxed ish. But there's a bit. Oh, there's a bit of green screen action over there. But oh, okay, well, I'll still keep it. Purple glasses, purple font, purple everything. You can already tell I'm a fan of purple. Purple and earth colors is for me. Okay. So yeah, Azucena upon release was horrible. Now, oh, by the way, this is not entirely all what's this, chronological. So yeah, Azucena, and then we went past that. Right? Hold on, let me mute real quick. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hello. Okay, so Eddie on release was also, he was controversial, just to say the least. Eddie was not really taken well during his first few weeks to months even, because he was not the same. No hit and run strats. That was pretty sad, honestly. I felt that Eddie was also lackluster in the beginning, but no, he was apparently people just didn't know how to play him. He was given the Steve and or Hwoarang treatment at the time. And then when people realized, oh, this Eddie actually works, right? And a few months moving forward, then they realized that he's okay. He's not bad. I never thought that Eddie was weak, but I never thought he was busted. He did have some moves that are really, really good. And yeah, I feel that Eddie himself was something. He was definitely something. To this day, I feel that Eddie's good. He's not the best, but he's good. He has his moments. Okay, now we're gonna go with this right here. Is still prominent, by the way. This is still what's going on right now. Is the Dragunov meta, right? And this is still without a doubt the day one busted wall combos with Jack Alisa June. That's a bit late. No, that's okay, because good evening Tenyi. That's okay because eventually they addressed it really fast, really fast. Especially the Jack and Alisa. They did not waste time. They addressed that right away. Yeah, they addressed that really quick. But the Azucena, the meta for Azucena really took a while. The fix for Azucena really took some months, dude. The Dragunov meta to this day, using the same move. Oh yeah, that was Jin Mashima, something like that. Whatever. I forgot. I'm sorry, I could be wrong. And then just got to whatever rank with just an autopiloted 3. Like I think it was macroed 3. Anywho. Dragunov meta, we still have that. I'm gonna breeze through this, guys. I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, but I'm gonna try. So the Dragunov meta, we still have that. And I only need literally one nerf for me to like him again. Last night I played Dragunov, but this is only for refresher. I don't feel... my heart's not there yet when it comes to Dragunov. The one thing I would ask that they change is that the axe kick not be +7. When that goes, even if back 4-3 actually has a combo, I'm fine with that. Having the axe kick being plus maybe even 5 or maybe 3, as low as 3, I'm good with that. I don't care anymore. I will use him again. But right now, he's just too good. And then, Lydia. Okay, Lydia being the second DLC was also quite a bit of hype, right? So people were happy when Lydia came out because, oh, wow, Lydia, another Tekken 7 native character, is coming back. People like that. Because Lydia was very unique. I also enjoyed the Lydia approach, right? It was super cool. It was super cool in my opinion. Hi Dorgy. Good evening. So I like that. I like the way that Lydia was promoted, the way that Lydia was handed out. That was pretty cool. And she wasn't the best. To this day, I don't think she's the best. To me, she's actually still bottom. Without heat. But with heat, something else. Lydia's something else. So this is still, right? And I know a lot of people were actually so excited with Seaside Resort. I am. I still like that stage very much. But Lydia, an okay, remarkable moment. She can be fun, in my opinion. Breaks your sticks though. Okay, now let's address a very big elephant in the room. A good kind of a mammoth, if anything, is AK. With AK's first major tournament win globally, winning Combo Breaker was such a boost, not just for AK, but for Filipinos. Because people started looking in the direction of the Philippines, right? Let's be honest. Even though they know primarily AK, Dojin, Jules in some regions, I believe. We have RGN, shops now also making waves, right? Bakal Nation, who else? I'd say there's so much more talent, honestly. But because of that Combo Breaker win, people have been setting eyes on the Philippines too. It's a good vouch. It's a very, very big vouch because the way that AK, of course, would win, it's not just because he flies all over the world. It's also because of the talent we have in the Philippines, right? T2 Sai, you can say that. But, realistically speaking, people have finally set their sights on the Philippines too. Okay, this is gonna be funny. AK is just different. He was born for the game, in my opinion. Now, this is gonna be controversial and at the same time funny. Hopefully, you guys understand why this is. The Arslan Ash tweets. The reason I'm making this about Arslan Ash, and I'm not dissing the guy in any way, is the fact that it also stirred so much responses from all over the globe. Some people like it, some people agree, some people do not. So what do I mean by that? Whenever he would say something about a tournament win or a loss, it will stir so much controversy, so much reaction, so much back and forth between people, right? And I, for one, I don't agree with all the points all the time, but it keeps us talking about it. Let's be real here. It just keeps us engaged. So that's still traction for Tekken 8. In my opinion, that's still whatever it is. It's still okay. Let's leave it at that. I don't know how he will end season 1 with, or like what else does he have to say about season 1 of Tekken 8? But Arslan Ash was definitely one of the big sprinkles here on our community for the first season. PR much. So yeah, exactly. There's a lot of promo going on, right? But we can't say no or say yes to everything. There are some points that are thumbs up and some that are otherwise. So I leave it at that. Then there's the Heihachi. And again, this is not in chronological order supposedly. I'm just making points that, in my opinion, kind of stood out. Or at least this is a good recap. Heihachi, the release of said character. And more importantly, the paid stage, Gemaji Temple, right? That right there is to me, that was also painful, right? It was also a bit of a pinch. I tried, we all did, but no, unfortunately, they made a solution eventually, right? Now, Heihachi release probably stirred the most hype out of all the DLCs here. Let's be honest. At least for Tekken players, because that was absolute fan service. The entire premise of Tekken 7 is that Heihachi is unalive, right? But he is. He is not. A monk, a really, really strong, big monk caught him falling down a volcano. Spoiler alert, if in case you haven't played the story mode, but it's all over YouTube anyway. He was caught and saved, right, for no reason, and they gave him an amnesia arc like in any traditional Hollywood movie. But whatever. Let's talk about how his gameplay became after said arc. So he was given two stances. He was given a triple install, which makes him God. Exactly, right? Which makes him God, Akuma in this game essentially. Happy New Year, Ray Ash. Happy New Year. Which made him Akuma, and in people's eyes, it's busted. To me, Warrior is busted. But the entire premise of the entire design of Heihachi without it is just fair. If anything, he struggles from someone with speed and track. So Heihachi, he gets the thumbs up for me. EWC. The reason I'm breezing through this, guys, is because again, I don't have much time. I'll try, because I'm leaving for New Year tomorrow. In case I need to go to bed very soon, but hopefully you understand. EWC Esports World Cup, for those unaware, won by none other than Ulsan, right? So Ulsan, Dragunov specialist, amazing, astounding Tekken player with crazy decision making, insane reflexes. If those things do not resonate with you, you're not playing Tekken properly, because Ulsan is a generational talent. People are already saying he's the next Knee, which is still impossible in my opinion, because Knee is gonna stay as Knee, but the legacy of being a very, very strong Tekken player, Ulsan is already a candidate among others, right? So we can't judge that, because he whooped a lot of butt in EWC and ended the whole tournament with a convincing 5-0. Okay, his name is forever etched in Esports World Cup. Now let's move forward. Of course, more tournaments, right? Big tournaments headed our way. And I'm not gonna divulge them, but everybody after Esports World Cup, they were just eyeing for Manila Madness 3. If you're Filipino, you already know what that is. Manila Madness 3 is essentially our big tournament for the year. Not just because it's a tradition, but this was the most stacked Manila Madness ever, with I believe seven international guests, competitors world champions as well, who flew in for Manila Madness, right? Even though there were not any World Tour points on the line. That's how important it was. And in the big attempts of us to once again show the Philippine talent, and we did, I'll be honest. Oh, right, the Jinx. Trust me, Rebby said the same thing. She wanted to go, or she could, but she had other engagements. But having said that, Manila Madness was really it was really the ice cream for the year, right? Definitely. Again, like I said, we showed Philippine talent. We showed a lot of Filipino talent. A lot of it. So I'm already proud of our community. I cannot be any more proud of what it really became. Hopefully this year is gonna be even more explosive. Remember, this was another championship won by a bear. Speaking of bear, I was happy I got, sorry, just to share real quick, I got Kuma to GOD earlier today. So it's longer than Panda. You're not gonna believe that. Compared to Panda, I didn't get demoted, if I remember correctly. Panda at all, I didn't get demoted. When I entered TGS, there was no demotion to GOD. But with Kuma, I did like 5 or 6 demotions that I don't know. But Kuma, double bear. Speaking of bear, Rangchu. And so after Manila Madness 3, it's safe to assume that it was kind of a premonition already for us that the Tekken World Tour Finals, the whole thing, shout out to Alidar who's in the chat, the whole thing once again was won by Rangchu. It was really a bear year, I'll be honest with you guys. So from the globals, the global leaderboards, regional leaderboards, last chance qualifiers, dude, Rangchu had, in my opinion at the time, he had 0 obstructions. He didn't lose. Man, he did not lose. Yeah, he couldn't. And here's the catch. Because Kuma is naturally in this game stronger than Panda. Exactly why I'm struggling. It's a skill issue. Because Kuma is leagues stronger than Panda, in my opinion. Okay. So, hey, Jason. Good evening. We're almost done, unfortunately. But thank you for dropping by. Hello. So globals, regionals, and LCQ. Here's what's crazy. We did not see a Yoshimitsu making it the top 8, except for, I believe that was on top 16 when Farzine brought out a surprise Yoshimitsu. But there was no Yoshimitsu. Dragunov was there. Jin was there. 4 Jins, by the way. 4 Jins in the top 16. Crazy. That was insane. And that just shows why Jin is also very good in this game. Very good in this game. We had 4 Jins, man. It's crazy. Okay, now having said that, Dragunov obviously making it to grand finals. It is what it is. Going back to our very early point there. If he was allowed, probably. That's the point. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this year will be a little bit different. Dude, Sajawal, iMusician maybe, or any Yoshimitsu, Kane and Trench, Trizzy the Rapper, the list goes on and on. Sin, also, no Yoshimitsu. But it's fine. Maybe this year's gonna bode slightly different. I'm still waiting for the Yoshi damage nerfs. Proper teach, you can keep it, but the damage has to go. And I'm a Yoshi player myself. Okay, now moving forward, we've established that Clive. For the past 2 weeks, Clive. Everywhere. Everywhere there's Clive. I am not kidding. And dude, F1+2 everywhere. Everywhere. Clive. No, Tifa might not make it. Maybe not right now. There is a lot of complications in putting Tifa in the game. As much as we'd like to, right? F1+2 has to go. It has to reduce the pushback. One, either reduce the pushback, not prominence. Move that power somewhere else. Nah, Xiaoyu versus Clive is a nightmare. She can't do anything. I'll promise you, she cannot do anything. Yeah, exactly. Xiaoyu will have to stand up, stay still. Clive is again Noctis when it comes to dealing with Xiaoyu has to be normal. I have no AOP, no back turn, no hypnotist. You're dead. Okay, so Lee can take Clive, but the Lee has to be careful. because Clive dies with fast moves. When I'm a bear, I have to decide properly. Sure, I think on Weibo Wank, my matchup now with Clive is 50-50. During the first part, I struggled, and then I understood, and then I struggled again. But in general, it can be a 50-50 matchup because Bear has G-Clef, Lee has 4-4-4, and 2-2-3. You're very aggressive. No, Lee can take him. Lee can take him, I feel. And he can launch a lot of stuff. Yeah, and the release of Clive plus the stage, my favorite, Phoenix Gate is a favorite stage. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. So I'm not against Clive. I'm just not a fan. I've used him myself, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Clive. Now let's move down to our last 3 points here. Season 2 is upon us. We're looking at Anna Williams, right? Come on, not possibly even. Can I say that? It's safe to assume it's already Anna. First release is gonna be Anna. Lipstick, shooting Nina, missile, right? Everything's about Anna. Tekken 8 50-50 game, come on. And I feel that the hand sweep is gonna be a tornado. He's so slow even with his good movement. No, that's the point. They have to give him movement because he's slow. He has to have a solution. He has to have a takeaway from being slow. Oh no, here's the catch. He's not slow. I'll be honest, Tenny, he's not slow, but he's bulky. He's bulky. His moves are clunky, but he's not slow because I feel that he does have pokes that are good enough. 4 is actually really good, but he is clunky. If you get my point, like Raven is not slow. No, Raven is slow, but his moves are not clunky, if that makes sense. Raven's moves are fluid, but he's just naturally slow. Okay? Yeah. So, and then balance patches. That's exactly what I am super excited over. Yeah. So, balance patches. He's still bugging me since after that season 2 trailer. Anyways, the balance patches, obviously, I'm guessing the top 5 will get their share of slaps on the wrist. Nina definitely needs some. Alisa number 1 for me. Sorry, not Nina. Alisa is the number 1 that needs nerfs. Alisa, Dragunov, Yoshimitsu, Nina, and Feng is question mark. I think Feng needs 1 buff. He needs to get another heat engaging launcher, in my opinion. And not a power crush, just the launcher. So, and then King needs a nerf. I think King needs a nerf. Some other characters do, but not everybody. Not as bad as I would make them. But those top 5 definitely need to go. And last but not least, New Year resolutions. What do I mean by New Year resolutions, right? So this is basically what I feel. It's not so much of the general gist of Tekken. Oh, sorry, not the general gist of what I want. I don't believe in New Year's resolution, but I believe so in Tekken. You think they're gonna give new moves? Yes, that's exactly what the trailer said, Dorgi. They did say that everyone's getting a new move. I'm sorry about the question, John, but yeah. Are you a Squid Game fan? I'm sorry, I don't want any question. I don't want any questions for today. I'm just here to discuss. But yeah, Squid Game fans, I heard that it was meh. I heard that this season was meh. And I haven't watched Squid Game because I know what the premise of that is. It's like Battle Royale in a manner. Okay. But my New Year resolutions is just primarily surrounding Tekken. Like, what character should I use for the New Year? Tifa is never coming after Clive got it. I feel so too. We're gonna do some stream improvements, and I hope you guys can tell me if there's anything that you find unpleasant on stream or you want to change something. And I'm going back to I'm taking out the anti-Pica in me. So what that means is the negative or like the trash talk content fishing. Because if you guys know me enough, I never trash talk people in real life. I would never ever do that. It's only for content. It's only for the lulz. And I will take that out entirely, even if it's for content. Okay. I just want to go back to my default. It doesn't feel natural for me to do that. And I tried. And it doesn't feel natural. What the next guest character will be after Clive in later seasons? Yeah. If there will be a guest. In my opinion, it shouldn't be a guest. It should be more legacies now. Clive is already good fan service. Everybody should be legacy. Roger, Bob, Miguel, Armor King, what else? Marduk, Gonryu. Maybe, just maybe, bring Katarina back. And then who else? Legacies, guys. I think it's all about the legacies. Tekken 8 should be about the legacies. DLC predictions this year: Anna, Armor King, Marduk, Fakumram for this year. Yeah, me too. I believe so. Julia Chang, by the way, I'm not a Julia fan, so I would not consider that. But here, last but again, I'll do it again. Anna, Armor King, Marduk, Fakumram. Finally, in 1 year, they released 2 bigs because they didn't release a single big character this season. They released 1 female, right? Anna, our predictions: Anna, Armor King, Marduk, Fakumram, and then the next season will be the traditionals. No, I hope not. I hope not, Ray Ash. There's so many characters. We have so many characters in Tekken, bro. We don't need another guest. That's just me. We did that for fan service already. Okay, dude. Next season, the oddities: Lei Wulong, Roger Jr., or Roger, whoever Roger it is, or Alex. Lei Wulong, Alex, or maybe Armor King could be here too. But Ganryu, I feel, should be good, and Julia Chang, because those two would jive, right? Roger, Lei, Roger. I'm not gonna say that. I'm sorry, Way of the Phoenix. I'm a Roger main-ish. Roger was my true secondary before Dragunov, so I'm not gonna agree with you there. And yeah, you could just say F or whatever, but I'm not. Lei, Roger, Ganryu, Julia. That's my feel. Yeah. Hi, Violet Mist. But again, guys, thank you. This is it for me. I'm sorry, I really cannot stay long anymore because I gotta prepare my stuff. I'm leaving tomorrow for New Year's Eve, right? So thank you. By the way, for those of you who saw my post on my personal page, thank you for that, and thank you for being part of my year. I'm very, very happy that you guys joined me in this journey. We had so many milestones this year. I want to continue this on the 1st of January. So hopefully I see you guys then. I want to continue talking about this and more, okay? And more on the 1st of January. So please do stick around, guys. I love you guys very much, very, very much. Hopefully, again, this right here, this journey, I do this for you guys, for our community. So let's see who we can raid, by the way. I'm gonna give you guys real quick. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna give you to one of my buddies. Okay, this guy, don't leave. You gotta go to this guy. He is one of my buddies, one of the Gov Gang guys as well. His name is Seeger. So please do say hi to him for me. I gotta go. Thank you. I'll see you guys on 2025. Peace out. Coach loves you all. Mwah.